What's up, everybody? My name is Jared Laredo, COGINC Incorporated here, and welcome to my channel. Today I have a very special video for you guys that I hope all of you will enjoy, and I'm pretty sure you've been waiting a long time for this video, and it's taken me quite some time to create due to complications, and the Emperor's Death Beam is so frustrating to get. So this video is basically a simple comparison between the Emperor's Death Beam versus the Super Vanishing Ball. Which attack is most superior, and which attack does the most amount of damage in the shortest amount of time to multiple enemies. And as far as you guys know and have seen on previous versions of my videos, basically you know that Super Vanishing Ball is a really broken attack, and it will deal a large amount of damage to multiple enemies at once, except in case a lot of you didn't know, or any of you didn't know this, but Super Vanishing Ball got nerfed. So and so did Super Electric Strike. Super Electric Strike used to be the best ultimate attack in the game, but it got nerfed so badly that they took the tracking away. So when you launched the Super Electric Strike, and it basically tracked the opponent's movement, and the Super Electric Strike would fly wherever they are, in whatever direction, and it would follow them and inflict damage. They took that out of Super Electric Strike, and the attack is completely useless now. So, Super Vanishing Ball, they took that away from Super Vanishing Ball, except Super Vanishing Ball is still #1 until now. So, basically, Super Vanishing Ball is a great attack, right? And you can do a lot of damage with it regardless, and I would consider Super Vanishing Ball to be considered possibly the number 2 attack, or number 1, however you guys want to consider it. I just recently showed you guys my boost attributes, and a lot of you have been asking me for a while, what are your boost attributes, blah 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 blah. Well, my boost attributes are 95, so, and I've got If I'm Neither Kami nor Piccolo currently equipped, so that is currently the best Z Soul, besides If I Can Just Reach My Perfect Form. Except If I Can Just Reach My Perfect Form is, like, it has its pros and cons with the attack, and it's like a Super Saiyan bargain sale. I'm assuming that's the name of the Z Soul. That's a pretty good one too, whichever the one is that will basically make you last longer as a Super Saiyan. So here we go, Emperor's Death Beam. 1, 2, 3. So it takes about 3 to activate, and 3 seconds to activate. And look at that. It killed one guy, and then it automatically teleported to the other guy, and it inflicted damage, and it followed Frieza. So as far as we know, the Emperor's Death Beam, it is Golden Frieza's ultimate attack, which is available from the Resurrection F DLC. That was the sound of my door shutting due to windy conditions coming through my window, my room is haunted, I don't know. But Emperor's Death Beam is only available, you can only get it in the Resurrection F DLC Expansion 3 pack, which is the one I'm playing right now. This is actually the mission that you get the Emperor's Death Beam in. So, and it's a pain in the butt to get. I will talk about how to get it soon, or I already talked about it, I don't know. But basically, look at how much damage it does to Golden Frieza. If you were to use the Super Vanishing Ball, which I'm about to show you guys in a second, if you were to use the Super Vanishing Ball on Golden Frieza, it wouldn't do as much damage, and the Super Vanishing Ball doesn't track anymore. So basically, this ultimate attack right here, the Emperor's Death Beam, will do a lot of damage. Like, it does a lot of damage overall, and it follows the opponent. It has that tracking capability that they took out of Super Vanishing Ball, and Super Electric Strike. Now, and I hope this doesn't happen, but if it does, it'll mean the end of this attack. If it does, it'll mean the end of Emperor's Death Beam. If they don't do an update and they leave the attack the way it is the most OP attack in the game. You can literally spam it online and nobody can do anything about it. Unless they have the DLC and they have the attack themselves, and you're going ahead against somebody who is also using the ultimate attack. Then it's just kind of like a matter of, oh shit, I just got the attack before him, I powered up, and I launched my attack before him. It's done. That guy is dealt with. So basically, now what we're gonna do, change skill set. We're gonna come down to Super Vanishing Ball, wherever it is, right there. Super Vanishing Ball, number 2 best attack in the game, but I also like to consider it as the number 1 best attack in the game. So what we're gonna do the same parallel quest, Frieza Siege Against Earth. Why? Because it has all those little minion guys and it has Frieza. So Super Vanishing, like Emperor's Death Beam overall is an OP attack. Now if they took away that tracking capability to where it tracks your opponent's movements and you keep firing it and it follows them, if they took that away, then the attack, I'm afraid, would be just as bad as the Super Electric Strike, except I'd probably consider Emperor's Death Beam at the, as number 2 and Super Vanishing Ball as number 1. So if you kind of think about it, Super Vanishing Ball and Emperor's Death Beam are both just as OP as each other, except Emperor's Death Beam, if you use it and you don't turn Super Saiyan, you won't be able to, you won't be able to spam the attack multiple times is basically what I'm saying. So if you use it, you're not Super Saiyan, and you use the attack. If you're not you don't turn Super Saiyan or Super Vegeta, and you use the attack on an opponent, your ki is gonna run dry, and you won't be able to spam it. You'll have to charge your ki back up again to use it, or to turn Super Saiyan. So, as you can see there, we just did that much damage to Frieza's final form with just 1 Super Vanishing Ball. With Emperor's Death Beam, we pretty much shredded his health, all the way, just about, a little over half with Emperor's Death Beam to regular Frieza. See, and look at how long this is currently taking right now with the Super Vanishing Ball. It's still a great attack. I'd still consider it tied to be number 1. It's a great attack in many different occasions and conditions, but the bad thing about it is it doesn't have that stun capability immediately. So what I'm basically trying to say and refer to is, you notice how with Emperor's Death Beam you'd use that attack and it would immediately stun the enemy and push them back. They'd basically be stunned. They couldn't move or anything once you hit them with that first beam, that stun beam, and then from there you launch all those series of blasts, where with the Super Vanishing Ball it doesn't have that tracking capability. It doesn't immediately stun your enemy. What it does is basically you throw it at your enemy, and that's pretty much it. It'll still do a lot of damage, but once you entrap your enemy within the attack, they'll be stranded. They'll be stuck there. You know, they'll take all of that damage, and they'll receive it all, and there's nothing that they can do to get out of that current position that they're in, with being attacked and spammed by the Super Vanishing Ball. Where with the Emperor's Death Beam, it's the only weakness with Emperor's Death Beam that it currently has is once you notice the guy use the attack, all you can really do is fly away and hope that you dodge all of his incoming attacks. Or you can get lucky like I did right here and dodge all of it, and or block all of it. That's another pro about the Emperor's Death Beam. is once you launch it at somebody who's launching their ultimate attack at you, that Super Vanishing Ball has the that Emperor's Death Beam has the ability to push through their stamina and stun them and take away that part of, like, say they're in the middle of the process of doing their ultimate attack and you're using Emperor's Death Beam and they hardly have any stamina. You're both using your ultimate attacks at the same time, except the other guy who doesn't have Emperor's Death Beam has a low amount of stamina, and you're launching that Emperor's Death Beam at him. It will take away his stamina and it will temporarily stun him, and it'll take away the part how he is, like, he won't be able to use his ultimate attack. He won't be able to fulfill it. He won't be able to use his attack completely. It'll just stop right there. He'll have used up that key for the ultimate attack. His stamina will be gone, except and you'll have that power over him. You'll have done a lot of damage to him. And on top of that, if you're Super Saiyan or Super Vegeta and you're using that attack, the Emperor's Death Beam on him, he'll be shit out of luck, because by the time you launch your first Emperor's Death Beam at him, his stamina is gone and his ki is practically gone, because he tried to do an ultimate attack in the process, but his stamina got drained due to the lack of his ultimate attack, like between the time that it takes to launch the attack and complete it. You'll be able to do 2, possibly 3 Emperor's Death Beams on him and finish him off. So there you go, guys. That's pretty much it. Be sure to share your comments below, share this video. Let me know which ultimate attack you prefer more, the Super Vanishing Ball or the Emperor's Death Beam. By the way, Final Shine attack is still a great attack, and I'd consider that number 3 next to Giant Storm. So for those of you guys out there who prefer those attacks, I really enjoy those attacks as well, and I still use them depending on the condition. So let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Please share this video, give it a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe for future Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 content, vlogs, lots of variety, especially from other games. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Please keep it positive and go Super Saiyan on that like button. So enjoy life and have a great day. Love you guys.